Future prediction number 2. Leaders will have sociopathic traits.
Alien Earth expands on the alien universe by bringing in more deadly creatures from the cosmos other than the xenomorph alone. Through terrifying sequences, we come to learn about the Yutani Corporation capturing all these crazy aliens out in space, like blood-sucking parasites that inflate many times their size. These fly alien creatures that digest their food on the outside before consuming them. And the terrifying and intelligent eyeball parasitic octopus thing. Not sure what the internet's calling this guy yet. Maybe eye guy? Pupil puss? Or octo eye? What's interesting though is that all of these creatures are like the xenomorph in that they're all parasitic in one way or the other. And there's a reason the storytellers chose to do that.
By giving Wendy a supercomputer for a brain and training by the best geniuses money can buy, I'll finally be able to have an interesting fucking conversation.
And beyond the horrifying new alien creatures, the human characters are just as fascinating. I particularly like the introduction of Boy Cavalier, the CEO of the Prodigy Corporation, played by Samuel Blinken. He's introduced as the youngest trillionaire in history, and at first he comes off as quirky. He's got a certain charisma that I've met people in real life that are like that. But as the story unfolds, that charm curdles into something much darker.
Oh, they're all morons.
Sociopathic at best, psychopathic and downright megalomaniacal at worst.
You're gonna be the first person to transition from a human body to a synthetic.
Because I'm special.
You're very, very special.
Cavalier isn't just a CEO building products. He's exploiting human vulnerability. His grand vision isn't about curing death as he claims it is. Really, it's about monetizing it. Uploading dying children's consciousness into synthetic vessels sounds compassionate on the surface. Sounds like something decent to do, right? But really, it's the perfect parasitic business model. A business that feeds on grief. Because you know he's going to essentially be using this technology to drain the pockets of desperate parents and all the other worst possible things you can think of. And we see that exemplified when it's revealed that these children aren't free to have their own consciousness in a new healthy body. They're now owned by the Prodigy Corporation as products. And that's interesting because it's sort of a parody of what we see in real-world Silicon Valley in certain industries. This concept of techno-messianism. Certain companies are exploring concepts like brain uploading, immortality tech, and biohacking. Alien Earth just asks the question of what's going to happen with all that. What happens when these dreams of things that sound cool, immortality, who wouldn't want to pursue that? Maybe that's possible. But what happens when these things aren't guided by empathy but by profit? How can these things be corrupted?
She wants to fuck with me, Yutani, huh? Let's fucking go!
Sir, a defining symptom of ADHD as severe as yours is impulse control problems and the choice people make.
That line in particular, I think, is brilliant satire because it reframes cruelty as quirky neurodivergence. That's very relatable to the real world because we see that with our own destructive CEOs and how their bad behavior is excused as eccentric genius. So it's a critique of how we normalize the inhumane when it makes billions.
It's a parasite.
And so I think all of this makes for a very interesting metaphor. In this world, CEOs are parasites just like the alien organism. They latch onto their hosts and they drain them entirely. Both see life not as sacred, but as a resource to be harvested.
Future prediction number 3. Psychopathy will rule over empathy.